Hello friends, welcome to our channel Contemporary Literary Review India. Before I move ahead, please subscribe to our channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about what's plagiarism in research papers. Plagiarism is presenting others' content as yours that violates laws of copyrights and intellectual property rights. Research scholars are either unaware of the copyright laws or are careless about the consequences even if their papers are labeled as such. Some scholars are doubtful how anyone can know if they have copied content from any other sources. However, there are several reports in the media about how some scholars and even academic institutions are not complying with the ethical policies of writing original content and publishing. This is a very negative remark on the people in the academic field. Content originality or plagiarism checking. What is it? During preparation of research papers, scholars study and refer to hundreds of materials, both in print and online. Nowadays, scholars generally refer to online journals, magazines, and books more as they are easily available, either free or at a low subscription cost. Whether you copy the content from print or online, any paper can be checked and validated against plagiarism. There are many plagiarism checking software tools that can detect copied content and mark it with red flags. The logic of plagiarism detection is based on the concept that certain lengths of keywords match to the keywords in already existing or published content. Plagiarism checking software tools have a huge database of content, both from print and online sources. This logic is very much similar to the Google or any other standard search engines. Any paper with more than 10% plagiarism score is considered negative and is generally rejected by most journals and universities. Now, the concept is you should remove plagiarism from academic research papers, dissertation, and thesis. How to remove plagiarism? The first point is write original content. When you are referring or reading hundreds of materials, make it sure that you keep all these resources in a separate file or folder. Never copy any source content in your paper directly, as it tends to make the scholars lazy and hence the possibility of copying content may arise. Second point is use citation properly. Always use citation properly. Use in-text citation, quotation marks when using a certain length of terms or sentences with attribution, footnotes, endnotes, and references. However, there is a certain limit how long you can copy from other sources. You cannot do like you simply copy entire article or entire chapter, entire section, and you mention the original writer or creator. This is also not allowed from copyright laws. You have to use citation in between. This means that your main body, main discussion should be yours only. And to validate your point, You should use content from different sources with proper in-text citation or quotation marks. Third point, use original bibliography. Many scholars are too lazy to use bibliography and references properly. They simply copy the bibliographies from other sources directly. You should remember that your references should be formatted in a certain style. For example, for the papers of humanities, you should format your references in the MLA style. Second point is use only those references that you have actually referred for preparing your paper. Creating a long list of bibliography is not important, but originality is. You should preferably create two lists of bibliography. One, the primary source, and two, the secondary source. The list of primary sources should include those references that you have based your research papers on, while the secondary source should include those references that you referred only partially. Fourth point, use original data and graphics. Several scholars make simple modification in the images, graphics, and tables taken from other sources and use them as their own. This is ideally not the right way. You should create all the images and graphics in your own style and format. There are several service providers for creating professional data and graphics. You should take help of graphic generators. Fifth point is get your paper edited. Never make this mistake that you submit your paper without getting it edited by professional editors. Most scholars commit this blunder that they do not give importance to editing simply because editing costs you. Because it costs you, so you avoid your paper getting edited. But editing is a part where a huge chunk of plagiarized item may be cleaned and made original. And at the same time, your content will become very professional and impeccable. To read more about what is plagiarism and editing and proofreading, I have cited here the references of two articles. Please read them so that you can have a better idea about plagiarism and editing. If you really want to remove plagiarism and get your research papers edited, send your papers to us. We are known for two important factors. One is quality, and the second important point is fee. Our editing quality is excellent. Papers edited by us have been published in several leading academic journals, including Scopus journals across the world. You can simply understand this by one boasting, that is our claim that we have been into editing field for about last 10 years now. There is not a single case when papers edited by us have ever been rejected. This means that we have been 100% successful in successful acceptance by all famous Scopus and even um, big journals in the world. Second important point is our fee is less than half than any editing service providers. Don't delay. Send your papers now to our email address, that is authorandbooks@gmail.com. Thank you.